Hey everyone, welcome back to Control. Last time I took care of some side quests and I think I am as prepared as I can possibly be for going into new territory. So let's head straight to the Containment Sector. Admittedly, it might be more interesting to head up to Central Maintenance and take the sector elevator from there, but this is closer. Okay, that was bugging me. I didn't need to open that door, but I hate leaving a door locked. This is my building. People can come and go where they please.
Containment Sector. Panopticon. Altered items. Maximum security prison. Dangerous.
I don't know whether that was meant to be just information or perhaps a warning of some kind. That looks kind of like the power plant. And I don't know who that is with Trench. I know where they are. It's a part of the Panopticon. And here we have just a picture of a big hole in the wall. Well, that's not suggestive. Yep, anytime you see a picture of a hole in the wall, there's a secret behind it. Usually not anything of major significance, but you can get some upgrade items and some mods. Remote Thought is going to be a completely new material, I hope. At least I don't remember getting any from quests or anything. And of course, there's going to be a fight. Fortunately, these are not particularly high-level enemies. Sadly, I don't seem to be able to grab their rockets very accurately. It's still going to be the best tactic in general for dealing with these demolition experts, though. And yeah, with my level 2 grip, none of this is going to be a problem. Thought it was going to be some kind of video, maybe featuring Dr. Darling, but it's just a slideshow. I can take it with me at least. And yes, in dark areas, something like this can be used for illumination. Fortunately, I won't have to deal with anything like that for quite a while. I don't know what just happened there. I'm trying to read a document. So yeah, this is what Emily tried to explain to us when we asked her about it. And there are a lot of explanations of the difference between objects of power and altered items. It's never as clear as it is in this document. Well, somebody achieved something. But I don't know any John Maxwell. Looking around carefully because I don't want to miss anything, but I don't think there's anything much of interest here. Yep, everything is pretty empty, as you would expect. Reminds me a lot of real life. Entropic Echo, another new material.
Reminder. This week, any documents that suddenly appear pink, light red, or any shade in between must be incinerated immediately. Failure to do so will result in termination and possible bodily harm. Thank you for your attention.
There are a lot of times when I really want to know the stories behind these things, but I believe that's the most we're ever going to get out of that one. Alright, let's check out the ground floor. That is some interesting lighting. But I don't believe there's any significance to it. Want to collect as many upgrade materials as I can, because I don't expect to be coming back to this sector for quite a while once I'm done exploring, so I want to make sure I've got enough to upgrade everything that requires it. Lots of disarranged desks, nothing to pick up. Oh, that's a slide projector I left out earlier. There's some interesting plants over to the right. I should probably look at those at some point. But too much to do here. You know, I don't have anything against logisticians in real life, but these guys have got to go. The red light gets so bad I can't even tell when they're actually throwing grenades at me. Fortunately, Jesse's got the presence of mind to catch them and throw them back. And definitely don't want to let these charged get too close. I think that's it. We've got our first control point, which is a bigger deal when you're in a new sector than it normally would be, because if I were to die here, I would have had to go all the way back to the previous sector and ride the elevator again. I'm cutting out the load times for these videos, but that's a real pain. And hey, what perfect timing! We get a new mission just when I have the ability to fast travel. There is an upgrade we can do, but that's going to take a lot of materials. And it's Shatter, and I don't care. Let's just head to the mailroom and protect some personnel. I don't know what's going on with the graphics right now, but yeah, Jesse's not supposed to be see-through. So this is the final Bureau alert type. Personnel protection. We've just got 3 FBC agents pinned in a small area, and Hiss are going to continually appear in here and attack them until the timer runs out. All we have to do is keep at least one of them alive until that expires. So, fighting defensively is not as useful in this mission as it otherwise would be, because, you know, you're just leaving the agents to their deaths at that point. And hey, there's a new enemy type. We'll be formally meeting this fella later, but that is a Hiss cluster. And if you notice the plus signs that appear over the heads of all the other enemies, the Hiss clusters will heal their buddies continually until you kill them. We're about half done the time. Yeah, that agent was not going to make it. At least one of them... Okay, yeah. Both of the others are still perfectly fine. I guess that one just wasn't paying attention. Probably had it coming. Yeah, one fairly convenient thing about these missions is you can just watch what the agents are doing, because they know where the hiss are coming from, and they'll just kind of charge at them. Fighting with at least some degree of tactics, but you are here to protect them. I expect that if you were to stand by and do absolutely nothing, they would just drop dead. Although occasionally one of these missions will come up, and there won't actually be any enemies, especially if you've just cleared out the room. So all you gotta do is just stand there for a couple minutes until the timer runs out and get your reward. It's weird. But as usual, I'm not gonna complain when a game wants to make things really, really easy for me. I wonder if I'd taken a little longer to kill that last group of enemies, if maybe this other group wouldn't have spawned, but no, we got a trooper to fight right at the end of the thing. And any remaining enemies should just be grunts, fairly easy to deal with. I mean, the agents I've been protecting could die now. I've already got my reward. It wouldn't make that much of a difference, but I still want to keep them safe if I can.
They're dead.
Like I said, I got my reward. And there will be more agents the next time this mission spawns. So that's the last of the types of Bureau alerts. They will pop up in different sectors. I think each sector has one of each type of mission, but they'll always be the same. So back to what we were doing, down in containment in the logistics area, where they've got a whole bunch of stuff just out here in the middle of the floor. I don't imagine that all of that is meant to be stabilizing the control points. This one room is gigantic. There are so many places to go. 2 floors, doors all over the place. I don't even remember whether the one that I saw back there was a bathroom or whether that leads over into another part of the department. A whole row of computers that are apparently looking at flight departure times. I don't know what that board is actually tracking. I'm sure it's something. I'll probably come back again and search this room a bit more thoroughly just to make sure I haven't missed anything. But yeah, it's just bathrooms over here. There is another side to this room, but I'll take care of that on the way back. I want to come over here first. And again, another big room with lots of places to go. And frankly, not all that much to find. Just a lot of offices, papers scattered all over the place, seismographs everywhere. Maybe for tracking building shifts. That's creepy. And then 4 different doors to get back to the room where I was before. I don't really understand the purpose of all of this. And even by the standards of having excessive office space, this just seems a little too much. There've got to be some documents or something to pick up in some of these side offices. There we go, okay, that's something. And we do have a shelter. Those always have something worth checking out. Can always do with more entropic echoes. And I won't be able to get into the mechanical room from here. Hey, I found a document! As always, I tried to see if this had any relation to any actual people or events. There was an opera performer I was able to find who performed in Berlin, had a scandal that didn't end her career, as far as I can tell, but she retired to Connecticut rather than Maine, so probably just a coincidence that many of the details they put into the report matched up. Are the lights turning on as I move around? I guess I'll go ahead and check out security. I won't be able to get very far in any parts of this sector, honestly. Go ahead and observe a moment of silence before the memorial. Again, a bunch of names that I'm sure are either staff members or placeholders for what would have been Kickstarter backers had this been a Kickstarter. But the security gates are mostly closed. We can slip through this one, but the one on the far side is also closed. We can't get through. I think that's a pretty high-level energy boost, at least. But not too concerned with my energy right now. And the entrance to the medical wing is covered in mold. Fortunately, I don't think it's going to hurt if I get too close, but I also have no way to get through there at all. And I moved around a bit too much, which allowed the hiss to get back into this room. And they're certainly going to come up the staircase after me, so let's see if I can head them off. Apparently not, but at least I caught that one out of the corner of my eye. Don't think I managed to quite clear the explosion, though. Yep, they're still coming. I really need to buy the upgrade that'll let me throw these guys at each other. Not too difficult. Might as well top off my health while I'm here, though. Alright, we'll check out the other side of the room. That's not a door. This is the door. More bathrooms! And at ground level, we've got a big map of the US with a couple of green dots, a bunch of red ones. Again, I don't really know what they're tracking here. It's logistics, so clearly it's got to be movement of equipment or something. Level 5 door, can't get through that. Rather empty office.
Hello? I need some help here.
Be right with you. I found an item.
Someone needs help over there.
Oh, low health boost.
Sounds like there's a man down.
Alright, let's check it out.
I'm here. What happened to you?
I got in a little scrap. Name's Horowitz.
Is he gonna be okay?
Don't look at me like that. I'm fine. But Wells is still in there. You gotta get him out.
Who's Wells?
My squad mate. We were hunting a runaway altered item. We followed it down into the clocks.
The clocks.
A threshold. The Bureau sealed it up years back because of all the clocks. We followed the altered item inside, but the way it was acting, we weren't ready. Me and Wells were the only ones to make it to the motel court. He was right behind me, but he never showed up on this side.
I'll go find him. But first, you need to get to a medic.
Wells is the medic. Please, you gotta get him out of there. I'll be fine, really. Roop can patch me up later.
Fine. But I'll be back for you.
I damn well hope so. Just use the motel cord there. It should get you into the clocks. Sorry, the threshold.
Alright, yeah, but we do have a couple of other things we need to look at first. I came right over here to check on you, so I didn't have the chance to check out any of the rooms upstairs. It's just a levitatable item. Small round things that get highlighted always look like pickups. That one, however, is actually a pickup. I kind of wonder about the incident that they referenced. I don't know any more of the details about it. Sounds kind of interesting, and I don't know whether it's related to the pram or not. But that's everything we can do here, so let's go ahead and see what's in the clocks. Okay, yeah, we have not actually leapt through time onto a different console or anything like that. I was recording this at a time when I'd been in lockdown for a couple of weeks and really had no sense of time and just forgot to actually pause in the middle of exploring the containment sector. So technically this is going to be one long episode, but rather than make you sit through an hour-long video, I'll just cut it here and we'll pick up at the clocks next time.